Hi Cancer, welcome to Healthy Tarot. This is your February 2021 reading. So I am shuffling up this deck right now to see what the overall energy is with our spirit animal deck. So as always, make sure you're subscribed as I post these videos weekly. So we might have a message that resonates a little bit better next week or last week, that sort of thing. So the overall energy that we have is the pronghorn, which is the action card. So I'm going to show you. That was on me. I had a feeling it was going to happen. I'm not going to edit it, but this is the action card. So what it says is, now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Right there. Okay, so before I get into the message and what that means, I'm going to couple that with my Moon Oracle deck so that I can just get an overall reading of the, energy that we have coming in. And then I can kind of give you some direction. Okay, so we have I welcome clear vision and inspired action right there. All right, we've got my inner compass knows the way. Okay. I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors right there. Move these down. Okay, we have my home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. I am on the right path and divinely guided. Okay, and then the last card that wants to come out for your overall energy is I love myself completely and unconditionally right there. Okay, I feel like life feels like this right now. So we're kind of on a roller coaster, and that's okay. Things are maybe just a little bit unstable. Not having stability is not always a bad thing. We're going to find out if it's a good thing or a bad thing depending on how the tarot cards go. But I feel like you guys definitely are kind of in this roller coaster. You're like, should I be focusing on my career, my health, or my love life? Like, you're like, I don't know what to do. It might be that one of those things that I mentioned is really unstable. Like, everything else is fine, but it's like work is crazy. That could be the overall energy for sure as well. There's a lot of like hands involved in these cards, which I am going to take as like you might need more support than you normally would need. So this might be a really good week to ask people to come in and support you and help you, especially your loved ones, family, friends. It just might be a good time to try and get that support from people. So it didn't come all the way out. I'm not going to take those cards. I'd rather they come all the way out. So what do we have for Cancer, February 2021 spirit? What messages can we expect for our Cancers? Okay. Any other messages for our Cancers? Let's see what else we have. I feel like there's two more cards in here. Let me see. Okay. And while I'm shuffling this, you guys, I am doing a giveaway in celebration of 100 subscribers on my Instagram. So it's Healthy Tarot on Instagram. So make sure that you give me a follow, enter the giveaway. It's a $50 value. So you can get a free personalized reading from me. All the instructions are on there. So again, it's Healthy Tarot on Instagram. I'll put it in my bio as well, or in the description box. So yeah, you know what? And I am going to take this one because it wanted to come out as well. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands that came out right there. We have got the High Priestess that came out right after that. Amazing. The Death card. Interesting. Okay. All right, we have got the Six of Swords reverse position, and I'm actually going to need more room. There are more than I thought. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords upright position, and okay, we've got the Eight of Swords reverse position. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups reverse position. Also interesting. Also all over the place. It might be because we're in a retrograde, but we'll make sense of it. Okay, the Wheel reverse position right there, and then lastly, on its own separate pile, we have got the Ten of Pentacles in upright position. Okay, so okay, we're definitely unstable. Things are a little bit chaotic right now, but I think that there's a method to all of this madness, which I'm hoping that we can kind of decipher as we go through the cards. So with the Queen of Wands right here, you guys are starting a new path of independence. It could also be that you're starting a new path of self-love, but really what this is, just starting a new path in general, but one full of like, I'm trying to reach insight. I'm trying to, find more meaning in life. So because things, I'm going to say at work, are kind of crazy, it's nice to find these sort of like hobbies outside of work that you can focus on instead. Okay, the High Priestess, I feel like, is you guys right now. I feel like this represents any Cancer listening. So I think that right now you guys are in this space of wanting more for yourself. This is why all this instability is not vibing super well, is because, you know, you've been searching for a little bit more meaning, but also a little bit more stability, a little bit more power, a little bit more wealth in your life. It does feel kind of far away. We talked last time about a job change. I'm going to stick with that, you guys. So I think that you've either just started a job or you're in a job that you need to leave, but either way, something in your career has ended, okay? So for those of you that have not started a new job, really evaluate if you still want to be in this position or not. That's my advice to you. I'm honestly just going to kind of leave it there because, like I said, we talked about this last week, and for those of you that this message is meant for, you know I'm right anyway. Just being totally honest. Okay, so with the Six of Swords in reverse position, there has not been a lot of movement as far as emotions are concerned. So you're kind of like, yeah, I've been working on myself. Maybe some of you started therapy or really any like spiritual guidance even in there that way as well. Maybe watching more tarot videos like this. So really, I feel like what the Six of Swords is trying to say in reverse position is that things have not gotten worse, but they've also not really gotten better when it comes to your emotional standpoint. So there are still some doors that you want to close. There's still some doors that you want to open, but you know, things are kind of at a standstill right now. So I think that with this Eight of Wands in reverse position, it's not so much that things aren't moving forward, it's that you are changing and growing. It just doesn't really feel like it because it's going so slowly. There are other things that need your focus right now, right? When life is a little bit chaotic like this, you might be changing and growing. You're just distracted by other things in the meantime. So I know that you feel like you're in a standstill. I know it feels like things are not moving forward, but I think that right now you're focusing on traveling in another direction, which is growth in and of itself. I see a lot of movement. I see a lot of personal transformation here. And some of you could be traveling specifically by air. So that's out there too. It might be time to take a little bit of a break. Knight of Swords, upright position right here, okay? So when I'm going to take this as going with the career, I feel like this is a career-based reading. So with this Knight of Swords, I think that there are some things that you need to put into process. So you've been waiting for things to kind of come to you at your job or even in your industry career. Again, this is a general reading, but I think that there are things you've waited to come to you that you do have the authority and power to like move forward. I do think that you have the power and the strength to be able to institute things that you want at your work, to start a new job, to open your own business, like whatever that means to you in your line of work. Like if something's broken, you fix it, you know, kind of different. It's a little bit of like an empowerment thing. It's like, okay, well, we're going to work on this then. So with the Two of Cups in reverse position, you're definitely not feeling the love for your job that you either have in the past or that you thought that you would feel at this job. So it's like you've lost your passion. You've lost that feeling of like everything's right and everything's going well. It's sort of just like, you know, not only do things feel unbalanced, but you kind of feel like you might have made a bad decision. So at the end of the day, I think that there is a lot of money in this career. I do. I think that this is like, it's got a good payoff in the long run. It's just not right now. You're in the beginning stages of where this is supposed to go, especially if you are at like a startup or created your own business. So losing the love for it and kind of feeling like out of touch with your job, feeling like, oh, maybe it's time to leave, is more a question of, will I actually get this 10 of Pentacles at the end of the line? Or do I need to go to a job that will give me the 10 of Pentacles? I trust your gut on it. If your gut is telling you, no, Cancer, like you're not going to be happy at this job, you know, then trust that. But also at the same time, you know, if you feel like if you feel like there is something better somewhere else, then go for it too. Either way, I think you'll get this 10 of Pentacles. It's just a matter of where you need to be to get that. So hopefully we're going to have more information in the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. I want to see if there's, you know, I specifically want to look at career spirit so that we can see what our Cancers should be doing. So what should our Cancers be doing with career? Okay. What should our Cancers be doing career-wise? Okay, any other cards for Cancer? I'm going to shuffle one more time. Okay, there we go. All right, so the cards that we have that came out, we have the Sun of Swords in upright position. Okay, all right. Wow, we've got a lot of cards. Okay, that's okay. Let's see, move this up a little bit. Okay, we have got the Two of Swords reversed position. Okay, Daughter of Swords reversed position. We got a lot of swords coming out here. Okay, Ace of Wands upright position. We've got the High Priestess upright position. What else do we have? All right, we have got the Hierophant in reverse position. So 2 major arcana have come out so far, which is always good. Okay, we have got the Seven of Cups reverse position. And then on this new row, it looks like we've got the Four of Wands upright position. We have got the Daughter of Pentacles upright position. The Chariot card upright position, another major arcana Cancer. All right, we've got the Five of Wands upright position and the Eight of Swords upright position. Here's what I'm looking at. I see choices. When I see wands and so many swords together, I see that you have a lot of choices, especially with this Hierophant in reverse position. I think that you have the ability to manifest and learn lessons wherever you're at. It just depends on kind of what direction you want your life to be in, to be honest. So with this Seven of Pentacles, of Cups in reverse position, I'm gonna be honest. I do think that you're on the right path right now, but I do feel that loss of love. So right now with this reverse position, we've got the Sun above us, where if you had it in upright, we'd have the Moon and the darkness above us. I do think that what the Sun above us is signifying is that I do think that you are on a good path right now. But you have to make that decision for yourself if it is the right path or not, right? Because if it's not, you got to kind of deal with that as it comes. So I think it is the right path. I do feel that loss of love for you. With the High Priestess in upright position on this top row that we have right here, I am going to say that I do feel that you do feel very empowered in your abilities when it comes to your job. So I think part of this loss of passion is maybe you've had some responsibility taken away from you. So you're feeling a little bit down on the fact that's like, no, I used to be like this, you know, like really powerful person in my position, and now I've taken a pay cut, or I've taken responsibility cut, or I'm just not as respected as I was at my last job. I kind of feel like this is totally new territory for me. I think all of that stuff is normal when it comes to like a new position of any kind. But I still think that I think you still are the High Priestess. We've had the High Priestess come out in both decks now. I think you still are the High Priestess, even if you've lost your passion, even though if things feel different. I think you still have that energy. I think it's just a reminder that's like, no, you're still the High Priestess. There's just weirdness with it. Okay, the Ace of Wands can be taken one of two ways. It depends on who's watching this reading, what position you're in. For the ones that are on the right path, things will get better. This was the right opportunity. This is for my Cancers who are at a new position, are at a new job. And it doesn't feel quite right yet, but you did make a pretty recent move to this new job. This is the new opportunity. It will work out. You knew there would be struggles, but there is a bright new beginning with this. For those Cancers that have not left their job, I do think this is a sign to move on to another place, move on to another industry, do something else with your life. I think that there's a new beginning waiting instead. That's really what the Ace of Wands is telling me, is just a new beginning. So if you haven't had yours yet, go get it. Okay, Daughter of Swords and Son of Swords. Both, Daughter is in reverse position. The Sun is in upright position. When you have the Son of Swords come out, this is going to mean that there's a carelessness coming with how you handle authority, and also like, constructive criticism is what I want to say. With this Daughter of Swords in reverse position, these two go together as a warning to not be too hasty in what you expect out of authority and being an authority figure yourself. However, don't let people walk all over you. Make sure you're not too nice. Make sure you're not too forgiving. Make sure you're not too lenient. Find that perfect balance between the two, this Two of Swords in reverse position, because this really is, you guys, this is like an energy feeling that I'm getting. It really is a balance, this job, especially if you're at a new place. This is definitely like a walking the line. Make sure you don't put too much weight on one or the other if you want this to work out. And that's to say that, yes, it is fragile enough that your energy does affect it. However, this will strengthen over time. With this Four of Wands, this is saying that there is strength in this situation. I don't think that it's right now. I think this is what this Daughter of Pentacles is telling me, is like an innocence and newness to something. So right now you're the new person at your job, or you will be when you change jobs. So this isn't to say that it's going to be this fragile for long. It's just fragile right now, and you're a little bit more fragile right now, which is also okay. So it's like, have the innocence, have the authority, but don't go too far one way or the other. You need to establish like a really good balance at this new workplace if you want it to work out for you. Okay, the Chariot. Again, you guys, for those of you who have not switched jobs, there is a new job coming in. Those of you at a new job, you don't feel like it's working out super well, this will improve because there are changes that are being integrated right now. So it's sort of like there's news is coming. But yeah, for those of you who aren't going to switch your jobs, it's sort of like there's good things coming. You just gotta wait a minute for it. It's on its way. It's just traveling by horse. It's like the Pony Express, which is like the slowest way to get mail in history. Okay. Five of Wands, upright position. Make sure that you find your purpose outside of just your career. Make sure that you're focusing on your health, your well-being, and your mental stability. Because especially when things are unstable in a workplace, you just want to make sure that you take that time for yourself so that you have a separation between the two. My concern for you is that you'll be so wrapped up in the anxieties of it, it will trickle into other areas in your life, which I really don't want to happen for you guys. So with this Eight of Swords and upright position, I know you feel stuck, and I know you feel like you're at the mercy of like your boss or your coworkers or your job itself. Like, I feel like you guys don't feel a lot of control when it comes to your work right now. The thing is though, is yes, you're trapped in this cocoon. You might fall into those swords, but I would flip the way that you think about it, honestly. Like, I'd turn it around. Just fly out of it. Literally, like just crawl out of the cocoon and fly out of it. This doesn't have to be your whole life, and it doesn't have to be all consuming. I bet you that if you stop caring so much, other people will stop caring as much too. You've kind of got to believe in yourself before other people believe in you. So I'd have more faith in yourself that you know what you're doing. So I want to see what's coming career-wise for Cancer, and they all just flew out of the deck, so I'm going to take them. Okay, so this is sort of what we were talking about last week, right? So yes, there is an all consumption with the job. You are spending maybe a little bit too much time at work. Things are really stressful. You feel very married to your job right now. But with the Mouse card, there's probably things that you don't have to be doing, but you have this internal anxiety that you have to be doing them. So I would try and let go of that, because I think that that's going to go away. I think the negative self-talk, the anxiety is not helping anything. And as far as like being married to your job, there might be things you're expecting of yourself that other people don't expect out of you. That's what the Sky card is talking about, is let's get rid of the bad habits that are happening, right? That are adding you more stress than need to happen. And it's not even like a flaw to you guys. You're only doing this because you want to do your absolute best here. But I think it's time to cut out just some negative behavior towards yourself so that you can do your job even better. And then there's even less anxiety. Sort of like a win-win situation. Okay, so with that, is this job going to be a struggle at times? Yeah, it's like climbing a mountain. There will be times where you're walking uphill, and then there's times you're walking downhill, and it's a little bit easier, and you can stop and take breaks whenever you want. This is going to be like climbing a mountain, okay? This is going to be like a big, treacherous, difficult climb, but at the same time, I think it's going to be really, really rewarding, and you're going to be so glad you did it once you're on the other side of it. Okay, so with the Star card, this could be an Aquarius that you're working with. Every time I get the Star card in my Bluebird deck, I am going to take it as Aquarian energy. But I think that, first of all, there is a new path. This path was given to you. So, you know, it's kind of like a blind faith card, right? So it's like, we've got you and the universe has you and this is the right decision to make, but we can't really give you all the information until you get there. So the Star is, you know, it is lighting a path for you to walk down, and yes, you're kind of in the dark and you might stumble and you might fall, but there's really good fortune on the other side of it. It's really all there to help you. And then lastly, why I'm so excited about this is because there is the garden. Not only is the garden good luck and happiness, but it's also something that grows over time until eventually you come outside and it's a big, beautiful garden. Like I said through this whole reading, this job will take adjusting and take time to get to the point where it does become your garden, but all of your hard work will pay off. Even the difficult times, you're planting a seed in this garden, and it will be a really big payoff full of happiness, wealth, and possibly even material possessions. So Cancer, I am so excited for you and this new career path, and I hope for those of you that are on the fence, I hope this is your sign to take, that you do have something better out there for you, and you have a lot of good luck